Hi there, and welcome to San Angelo Live. I'm Yantis Green. I'm the editor-in-chief of San Angelo Live, and I'm here today visiting with Leland Lacy, who is an assistant county attorney.
Correct.
And Leland, you are running for
County Court at Law number 2, Judge.
judge for the court at law number 2. Let's talk a little bit about your background. What do you do now, and what do you bring to the court at law?
Sure. Currently, I am the domestic violence prosecutor for the domestic violence unit. So we have our own little unit in the county attorney's office that consists of me, a victims assistance coordinator, an investigator, and then a receptionist that also handles paperwork within the office. So I supervise them, and I handle all misdemeanor cases in Tom Green County that deal with domestic violence or crimes against a person.
Okay, so you're a prosecutor in the county attorney's office right now. So you spend some time in the court at law, before the court at law judges.
A lot of time, yes, sir.
Okay,
And I've been doing that for about the past 6.5 years.
okay.
And
Great.
before that, I was a prosecutor in the DA's office where I handled juvenile and general felony prosecutions, and I did that for about 7.5 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're very highly qualified for this position.
I like to think so.
Very good, very good. In counties in Texas, there are levels, different levels of courts, and at in the county government, the justice of the peace courts are the basic level, the working man's level, and that's mostly misdemeanors.
They handle Class C misdemeanors and then also small lawsuits, small claims,
Okay,
evictions, and some other matters.
it's up to like $20,000.
That's correct.
Okay, and then on the other end of that, in counties, is the district courts, which handle felonies all the way up to capital murder.
Correct.
Okay, and then somewhere in the middle, we were talking about this earlier, is the county court at laws.
Right. And which is what I'm running for. So county court at laws handle Class A and B misdemeanors all the way through jury trial. They also handle appellate cases that come up from municipal and JP courts, and lawsuits in between that 20,000 to a $250,000 range.
Okay,
They also do guardianships, evictions that are appealed up from JP courts, and guardianships and probates.
okay. So it's a very wide range of legal issues that appear before the court at law judges,
Yes, sir.
and I would imagine that's a pretty busy docket.
It is. I mean, we've got 2 county courts at law here in Tom Green County. Each one of them runs through about 3,000 misdemeanor cases a year, and that's not counting all the civil stuff that I mentioned.
3,000 misdemeanor cases.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
And of course, the district courts have a pretty good sized docket too, and it just seems like there's a never ending line of folks who have to go before a judge. And we were talking about that earlier. I found out in doing some research this morning that the origin of the court at laws was to help county judges,
Correct.
and that which is an interesting way for the legislature to go after an issue. But so the county judge has judicial duties as well, and this sort of the court at law is sort of sprang from that authority.
That's right. So the county judge has jurisdiction over the misdemeanors, the probates, the guardianships, and he basically delegates a lot of that to the county courts at law. And the main role of most county judges in Texas is they're the CEO of the county.
Right.
They're running the county's business, managing their affairs, helping to work on the budget, and this allows him to do all that instead of having to decide cases all day.
And that's right. And of course, we're sort of a medium-sized county, 120,000 people or so, and we have the 2 county court at laws. The qualifications are, it's interesting, the county judge doesn't have to be an attorney.
Correct.
But court at law judges and district judges have to have a law degree and must have practiced for at least 4 years.
Right.
And we just yesterday, as a state, approved some constitutional amendments that actually affect the qualifications for judges.
That's right.
And I think one of them was to expand from 4 years to 8 years the number of years that an attorney had to practice before you could run for district judge.
That's correct. It was district judge, Supreme Court, and I believe Court of Appeals.
That's what it was. I wasn't sure what. I knew I voted on something that
Right.
was really important. And all of those, all 8 of those constitutional amendments passed yesterday, and we're still waiting on those to be officially stamped and go into law probably around January 1st. So we know your background. We know what the court does. Why did you want to run for court judge for the court at law?
In short, because I care. I'd heard Judge Penny Roberts was going to retire, and somebody needed to step up there and take the helm. And I thought, well, I've got the experience, and I've got the character, and I've got the drive, so might as well throw my hat in the ring and go for it.
Well, and you're right there, and you spend time in those courts.
Right. And when I say I care, I mean I care about the people in the county. That's what's kept me a prosecutor for all these years. I care about the courts and the system and maintaining its integrity. Good fit.
And it's interesting, this is going to be a major change for that court at law system in Tom Green County, because both Judge Roberts and Judge Ben Nolan were appointed when those courts were created, and they have been the only judges to sit on those courts.
I don't think that there was Ron Bland.
Was Ron a court at law judge?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I misread that, but Penny's been there.
Penny's been there for, I think, 26 years.
Yeah, it's certainly been a long time, and the way those courts are handled and how they're run, the judge makes most of those decisions. So those
Yes,
are the way those courts are operating has been consistent for quite a long time.
As consistent as can be, but there's always changes being thrown in. New changes in the law, new changes in procedure.
Every time the legislature meets.
That's it.
All right. Anything else you want to tell voters while you have this opportunity?
Just that I hope I can get in there and do good and help unclog the courts from being clogged up with COVID. Because I actually ran the numbers here a while back for a talk I was giving in another group. And numbers are backed up. Well, let me put it this way. Crime increased from 19 to 20 about 30%. And the number of dispositions that actually got taken care of in court went down about 20 to 30%. So because of COVID, it's a major backlog, and it's going to take some serious work to get it unclogged.
And that's at every court, at every level, and not just in Tom Green County, but statewide and probably across the country.
You're absolutely
so
right.
You guys have your plates loaded, and it's going to take a lot of work for a long time.
Right.
And we applaud you for it. This, of course, is a partisan race, so you are running as a Republican.
Yes, sir.
And the Republican primary, now that we have redistricting behind us, and only the court cases about redistricting
Right.
coming up, it looks like that March 1st is primary election day.
Okay.
So that's when this round of voting will occur.
That's what we're hoping anyways. There could be a legal battle where some of the bigger jurisdictions try to fight about the redistricting. It could bump our primary from April to May. We just don't quite know yet. It's not set in stone.
Yeah. The last I saw from the Secretary of State was, okay, we're going to go ahead and plan like it's March 1st, and
Right.
then whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
But right now, I think Vanna Hudson and the elections team is they're working as hard as they can to be ready for March 1st.
Good.
So that's the election, and that's who you are, and that's who the office is.
Yes, sir.
So I guess that's anything else.
No, I just really appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity to come on here and talk about myself a little bit and
All right.
inform the voters.
We're glad to have you, and you're welcome back anytime.
All right. Thank you, Yantis.
All right. Thanks, Leland. Again, Leland Lacy is running for County Court at Law judge, for County Court at Law number 2 judge in the March 1st primary, Republican primary in Tom Green County. For San Angelo Live, I'm Yantis Green.